Does anyone remember the Maya customizable skin from Chapter 2 and the customizable build umbrella from all the way back then? If you do, you may remember that these cosmetics were locked to whatever you customized them to be. For example, my outfit right here is unique to me. You can't get this specific edit style on the Gear Specialist Maya outfit anymore if you didn't go through the exact same unlock path as me. I mean, even things like the scarf literally had an RGB wheel where you were able to choose any hex code color you wanted. So this Maya is completely unique to me, and for example, the build umbrella, I designed this myself with the different color options and everything else they had, and ever since then you have been unable to actually edit these cosmetics. It was forged in the way you actually had them, and that was it. That was the end of the story. However, with the V28.40, or not even 40, but V28.20 update, the edit style option has been unlocked where you're able to go in the menu and see all the different options, right? Including the options you never had unlocked. So if you want to see how your character would have looked like if you use like the green full vest or something, if you want to see what it looked like with brown camo, those are options that were available to you, and you were able to at least actually view around and see what you missed out on. But you may have noticed that even though you have these options right here, like for example, bucket hat or default hat, you are able to actually select it and choose either that forged cosmetic unlock you had or the one that you never actually got. And one of the main ones for me was the vest, right? There was this vest right here that you were able to actually obtain, and I accidentally put it on my character because I thought you would be able to switch it later down the line, and I wanted to at least have one unlocked for every single tier, but I got locked into actually having the vest. And as you saw at the start of the video, I didn't have the vest equipped, and that was because this actually did save like an update or two ago through a glitch where I was able to take it off. And I was super happy because the whole entire theme I was going with this Maya outfit was a whole entire pajama theme, so having the vest really just kind of threw it off for me. But with this update, they made it so you can actually view these. However, there is a slight catch. If you go over here and you try to actually change some of the cosmetics, right? So if we try taking the helmet off and, we try taking the scarf off, you can see slightly different appearance. I actually think this is pretty cool, having that option available for you for a very old skin, being able to customize it in those ways, very nice to actually see. However, when you press back, still shows up, looks clean, until you actually switch to a different skin. When you switch back, boom, the cosmetics are back to how they were. The only thing that has been changed, and I'm allowed to change because of a glitch from a while ago, is the vest right here being disabled on my character. And this is the same thing with the build umbrella. Now, the umbrella itself here actually is very broken in the sense that it doesn't even have icons. It's just a lot of X symbols and everything. But it was something that you're able to see, and you're able to view all the different options that you never actually ended up picking, including the base options. If you're someone who wanted that default option, that was available for you. However, you click on all these different things, you switch around whatever you want or whatnot. You go from the rubber ducky theme thing I had at the beginning to just kind of like a default umbrella, and then you go back and it sometimes doesn't want to load for whatever reason, but you switch to a different glider and you switch back, boom, your edit styles, all the changes you made did not actually save. But this does bring a little bit of a concern to me, and something I wanted to talk about with you guys. If they can have the edit options, I mean, as you can see, they're viewable. You can see the options you never unlocked, and I think it's pretty cool to actually see what you could have made with your Maya back then. You have the option to change some things here and there, but you can't save it, and it really just makes me think that what they should have done, and what they should go and do, is even though these are forged cosmetics, they should make it so that it's still forged, but you have the Maya option that was the default one available for you to actually change. Keep the locked ones locked, right? Keep that whole entire forged aesthetic in the game, but make it so you can go ahead and go over here and choose specific versions of what you want. So if you want to go without a helmet one day, you can go ahead and do that, because that means instead of just having one flat option for everything, you have two options available for you for a lot of categories, such as pants, such as your helmet, such as boots, such as your shirt color, such as if you have a scarf on or off, such as the sleeves. And I think that would have just made a massive difference in the skin and made a lot of people more happy with actually owning it. But of course, this is just a glitch right now, or maybe it's a hint towards an intended feature later down the line. I would love to hear what you guys think about the whole entire Maya system. I know a lot of newer players might not even know this forged skin existed because they didn't do forged cosmetics too much. This was all the way back in Chapter 2, Season 2, so it's been a long time. But I think that for the people who own these cosmetics, they don't even have to give us all the edit styles, right? While it would have been cool to have all these styles, I know some things are literally locked to what you chose, such as the scarf color being the specific hex code you put in, so I don't think they need to go ahead and give us every single unlock, but I do think it would have been very nice if they at least allowed us to go and switch between the default variants and the variants we already owned, and I would love to hear here in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this glitch? Do you think it should just become an intended feature in the future? Do you think they should just go ahead and finally allow us to use our forged cosmetics and mix and match them how we want? Because it is possible. As you guys can see at the bottom, I don't have this black vest selected. I have the default one right here selected, and that actually did save on my profile. As you can see, we can switch between two different things. I don't have the vest there, so it shows it is an option. They can allow us to edit our skins, but they just choose to not let us. And I hope that this is a sign of things to change with these cosmetics, and maybe it could go ahead and bring forged cosmetics back. However, without that restriction of, oh yeah, you know, they're forged cosmetics, you're locked to whatever you have. I think it would just been a lot nicer because, you know, the default variants aren't that crazy of a difference anyways, right? To just allow us to have the variant we chose and the default one overall. And I mean, they could even do a situation like they've done before with other skins where the locked variants you don't own, they can just hide them, right? I think it's kind of cool to be able to see what I could have made all the way back then in chapter 2, but even if they didn't want you to see all these things you'll never be able to obtain, they have the option to hide like, you know, customization things that you haven't actually unlocked, so they could do that with this skin. But with that said, you know, it's a little bit of ramble about the whole entire situation going on with the Maya customizable skins and how potentially in the future we might actually be able to customize the skins and put the variant we want based on the ones we have unlocked on the actual characters themselves. But until next time, hope champs and champions enjoyed today's video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.